Hey guys, this is Evan again, even though I'm not on the film this second. This is my friend Zeb that you're looking at. Very, very handsome man. But hey Zeb, the other day when we were in our group, you shared an amazing story about just the people needing fresh water. And I just wanted to hear your heart and what you saw while you were out on the field.
Well, coming over from America, and my experience here in Africa these last few days have been really, really heart-wrenching. It's really cut me deep, just exposing how selfish I am and we are in America, and how much we're blessed and we take for granted the things that God has given us in the land that we actually reside in. And coming over here and seeing the poverty, people without, and walking through one of the villages the other day while we were ministering to some of the families and sharing the gospel, the headmaster from the school had wrote down what his needs were. And first thing he said, we need water, because they have no wells in their village, no water tanks or anything to trap fresh water. So these families go to troughs where the water is contaminated, and there's women and children going to these troughs, filling up this contaminated water in these gasoline containers and walking them back a mile, mile and a half by themselves.
One way?
They go to get it from their house and then they bring it back. So
A total,
I would say a total of maybe 3 miles then, 3 to 4 miles. And it just breaks my heart to see this, because God created and gave us enough resources for everyone to be living a healthy lifestyle. But it's the haves or have-nots. When you're have, you don't worry about the have-nots. And so for me, it was really a wake-up call for me, because the Bible says, to whom much is given, much is required. And I feel personally that I can do more, and hopefully inspire someone else to step out and join with the revival, I hope, for bringing fresh water to Uganda and the rest of this African nation.
Zeb, being part of the outreach team, you work pretty closely with the medical team and get to see how many people go to the medical clinics. Would you say that a lot of their sicknesses that they have could be resolved by having clean water?
Absolutely. And that's where it triggers. They have to have water. Our bodies are 75% water. And without water, we can't survive. We can go for weeks without food, but we cannot go 3 days without water. So these people have no choice but to drink this contaminated water, which then results in malaria, different types of diseases.
Yeah, typhoid, yellow fever.
Exactly.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Zeb, you said something that really struck a heartstring with me. Is you said that they had to walk a mile to a mile and a half one way to get water, and then take it back. How heavy would you say those gallons are?
Those gallons were at least 5 to actually about 10 pounds a piece.
I think. Okay.
At least.
At least.
Each
it could be possibly more than that.
Could be more than that depending on the size.
How many times do you think a day they need to walk to get the water that they need?
Well, you think cooking, cleaning, drinking,
and
bathing. I would say at least 4, 5 times a day, maybe. about it.
Because they can't carry it all at once.
They can't carry all at once. And then, depending on how many children they have.
That's a great... Wow. You hit the nail on the head. I've never thought about based off of the number of people that they need to serve. That's a great point. Well, Zeb, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Take care.